So what I'm going to do is right before I save this page, I'm just going to make a couple changes so I can show you the compare feature. And then I'm going to save this page. And what we can see here now that this page is saved is my video here at the bottom is showing up. My asset at the top with for the events is showing up in here. So all that content is showing up in here. So a couple other things I want to point out before we keep moving on. Up at the top here, there are two arrows. If I click the arrow to the right, it's going to collapse that folder structure. If I click the arrow to the left, it's going to bring the folder structure back. So I have the page over here and the folder structure here. To the left again is going to take me into the folder structure. Okay, so that's going to how you're going to be navigating between the two. When I'm in my page here, I have some buttons here at the top. We've talked about edit. That's going to get us those editable region buttons that we can utilize. The next one is page properties. Page properties are going to change based on your templates. This particular template has the title for this page, the number of columns, so I can switch between 1, 2, and 3 columns. Whether or not we want this page to show up in this sitemap for this particular site. And then our meta tags, our description, keywords, author. Okay, so any of that stuff can be modified here. You have the ability to preview the page. We can, I'm going to collapse this. We can see what that page is going to look like now, how we have it configured. What you can also do is there is a multi-browser tab here as well. If we click on that, it's going to give us a bunch of different types of browsers, and you can render a preview in each of these browsers so that you can make sure that it looks the way you want it to look on all these different types of browsers. Keep in mind, this is not an immediate rendering. It takes about a minute or so, I've noticed, for each browser selected. So in this case, it would probably take about 15 or 20 minutes to actually render this preview. It does open in a new window, so you are able to continue to work and do what you need to do while that preview is being rendered.
Is it an image or a PDF?
The other options that we have compare, and that's why I made a couple extra changes. What compare does is it allows you as the editor or as a reviewer, if somebody sends you the page, to see what changes have been made comparatively to the live site. So if I click on compare and I choose live, it's going to give me, let's try again. There we go. It's going to give me a comparison of what my page looked like before and after. And how it's doing that is if we look here, the blue with the squiggly line underneath, that is a style change. So, you know, I had something bolded or whatever the case might be. Green with an underline means that that was added, and red with a strike through means that was deleted. It's actually going to show that on images as well. So here we have a red box around the image that I deleted, and if we scroll to the bottom, oh, there we go. I actually didn't want to go to the bottom. We have a green box around this image showing that that was added. So we have, it's color-coded. It's really easy to look at and see and really pretty. The other options, though, if we compare to a previous version other than the live version, it's actually going to give us a source code rendering. So it's going to show us the source code and show us in red and green what was added and deleted. Okay, so it's not going to give you that like kind of live version